on our way over, we've discovered one of the wastelands of the United States, the area in the United States. That's frankly ridiculous, but whatever. Sure, it's a wasteland. Maybe in terms of this game, it's a wasteland, but yeah, that's silly. That would explain why I can't just march along the top of the thing, though. The Great Basin I might more closely believe, since it's mostly desert and mountains, but surely there's people who live there too, so it's silly. But there's people who live in a lot of places that are wastelands, and there's like Sahara, which is actually a wasteland. This being the empty quarter, that's actually a wasteland. This, I believe, like, no, there's people who live up here, probably. And these are the Himalayas. Certainly people live here. And the center of Australia, while certainly being a wasteland, is inhabited, so I don't know. But the logic of calling this a wasteland, making it a wasteland so that it can't be colonized, is one thing. Okay, yeah, that's fine. But it's not. For those who weren't certain about the geography of the United States, it's not a wasteland. And we've got a core province in South Sean's land, so that ought to be the start of our coring up of inner Australia. Now, for those who are wondering about the borders in Victoria, I will try to make things match the borders of Victoria. So, for instance, places that have thinner borders, like Africa, for example, I will abide by those, the borders in Victoria too. So, like, I will only have the inner strips of this, you know, making some kind of excuse that, well, while I, you know, in practice owned only the border, I had claimed this part, so, you know, just so that I don't get some sort of more of an advantage, I should say. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. I was reminded that by the Australia thing, and by the talking about the wastelands. There was something else I wanted to do. Oh, I have completed all of my... I didn't do the land enclosures because they were in a lot of places that wouldn't benefit from them, so I just didn't do them. But in May 1st, I can do my national focus. The best place to do that now would be India, since, well, in the near future at least, it will be a main part of the empire. And Bundle Khan has jumped the gun and actually started attacking them. That's pretty good. When we take care of Ahmadabad here, the best place to do it is probably, well, once I grab some of this, Golconda will be attractive. Bangalore, Kongu, I don't know, a lot of places. But that's not until May, so I'll think about that. Actually, since it's going to be quite a while before I actually get around to doing that, I might actually want to do it in Australia, because there's a lot of problems with that, too. I think South Delta is the best place. I think it's touching the most provinces. This touches 4. This touches 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, this is the best one. So we'll make our national focus there in the 10th of May. Alright, we've got our trade efficiency up. Let's see if there's any problems with that. Nope, 1871 or 1671. That seems pretty reasonable. For the next tech there. One of the problems is that I'm way ahead in government tech, so yeah, going by that, I'm not too terribly there. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to equalize my techs a bit, with the exception of government, which I will lock at 0. And I'll set trade slightly higher. It's about there. I think it's time we had done that, so, yeah, just do everything equally. Maybe I'll do trade a little bit more. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Alright, I discovered a new province up here, and I'm marching in. And I had to fight Portugal's rebels. Oh crap, I didn't think of that. But I'll beat them. Maybe. Nope. Okay. Hey, you get the hell out of there. Guy. Hey, you. Oh, he's retreating, okay. While I'm doing that, I can get my ships done here, put them there, and ship them up. Now that may mean that I don't actually beat my guy there. There's only 1,000, so we'll see if we actually get the province or not. 90% chance it should work. But it's past May 10th, so let's move our national focus over to here. The first thing we're going to do is build a road network. That way we can start roading to everywhere. And we got a core province in Karakanawa, which is excellent. And that won't be cored for a long time, but this one, we basically cored the entire coast of America. It's pretty great, with the exception of this. But we had a core on some of these, but we decided we didn't want them anymore. There's a lot of reformed and people. Interesting. Anyway, yeah. Ooh, they're allied with the Papal States. That's unfortunate. Yeah, now we're going to do stuff again. Alright, since I'm already here, look at that. 7. We're sending a guy there. My troops have gotten out, and yeah, I just have to wait until they regenerate to do anything. And I'll probably put them here, put a troops here to take the coast when I actually fight the war. I've changed my mind again. Okay, so we have now colonized Chinook, which is up here. There's only 100 settlers there, so it's still really vulnerable to being attacked, obviously. So we're going to send our troops in now. I've also got a casus belli against the Papal States. They conquered someone. Oh, they conquered, yeah, these guys. That's fine. That's fine by me. They can do that. It's good to see them actually doing something. So, yeah. Can I get an alliance with them? Let's see. Bonk. Oh, they accepted. Cool. Okay, so now I'm allied with Russia, the Byzantines, and the Papal States. We'll see which side they pick when the war with Portugal comes. Hopefully they pick us. Die, natives, die! Yeah. I hate it when they name these things islands and there's there is an island there though. I gotta go look at that. That's Easter Island, I believe. My propensity for islands is gonna be the death of me. In Victoria, maybe. We'll be declaring war on fools for islands that don't even mean anything. Alright. Oh, I've got a deuterizer. As you can see, I've renamed all of the Australian provinces after my old provinces, with South or New as them. South Cyprus, or New Cyprus, New Jerusalem, and this stuff. So cool. And my strategy of spreading roads around has worked out nicely. We got liberation against Austria. That means they conquered someone, and we've gotten a ton of American province cored up. So that's great. We have a core on Choco, which actually is a Caribbean province, so it actually doesn't give us any bonus. It's nice, I guess, to have it. And it looks like Averung is really getting busy over here. Let's take a look at them. Nope, not doing nothing. They're completely useless over here. Whatever, guys. Whatever. And still nobody has captured this stuff. What was that? Oh, that was just them. Okay, one of the things I'm doing is I'm marching my guys up here, and I'm going to, colonize this province when I get to it. And we've got Wyandotte here, which is now, self-sustaining, so we need to build a fort here. Let me know what you think about me popping in and out to show the minor details like that, just so people aren't confused about what I'm doing. I like to be a bit thorough about it. Well, there we go. Salish. And then I'm going to move on to Vancouver, which I assume is still called Vancouver. Nootka? What? Well, it's Vancouver to me. I'm not going to get this one because it's only worth one. I encourage anyone else to get this part. This part's garbage. Cultural assimilation, Leinster. Not one of the unfortunate Bavarian provinces. Actually, I've already converted one of those, so Leinster, being Irish now, is now Breton. So that puts 3, the entire eastern coast of Ireland as being Breton now. I didn't want that to happen with my comrades. I'd rather it have happened to the Bavarians or the Scottish or the English, who are not actually Celtic on paper. The Celts, the Scots, for example, are giving me the non-accepted culture thing, even though there was an event that I wrote to make it better. And look at here. Looks like these guys have lost a province. So lost 2 provinces because they had, and they lost this one and this one. No, they didn't. They just lost this one. So, but they lost some to these guys. So only 3 more provinces to go. So hope they get knocked down to 1. Well, even more importantly, well, not more importantly than Panama, but we've gotten Taiwan as a core. This lets us do all kinds of cool stuff. It may, in fact, let us colonize stuff in the far Russian east, but I think I've probably gotten beaten to it by Japan. Rightfully so, although they're getting really rebel-fied right now. So this stuff here might break off if the rebels kind of spread, or until they run into the Ottomans, who are significantly ahead of them in tech, in which case the Ottomans will probably rout them. We can get Alaska now, yeah. But this is actually going from Panama, so it's not really that. So basically we've got the entire world to colonize now, but we're not going to do it. The only thing left to be found is the islands of the Pacific. So we'll see how well we can do there. And for the most part, the islands of the Pacific are still open and victorious, so we should leave some of them open. Uh-oh. Revolt in Harar. Where is this? Oh, these are the Somali guys. Okay. High taxes, and cultural and religious differences have caused unhappiness among our citizens. If it continues, it will drastically affect the area and our nation. We can ignore them, which will cause a bunch of rebels in the area. Or we could lower taxes, which gives it a tax reduction. We'll lose 2 prestige. I'm going to lower taxes because I don't want to have to deal with that shit. First time I've ever gotten that event. It's because of those damn Somalis. And we're going up the coast now. We've gotten this one now. And we're still working on these 2. Oh, I don't think I mentioned that I made this. This is my new army that I created, specifically for taking California. In the province that laid out of our hands for so long, right next to us has now become a core and has a bazillion population that are all French. But, yeah, doing pretty good. One of the things I've been doing with my money is I've been building more tax assessors. Because, I don't know, it seems like a good idea. And also courthouses. And I've just started building them everywhere. Because revolt risks can happen everywhere sometimes, so. And I'm already running out of money. But that's fine. So yeah. That's what I've been doing. Okay, we've now got a self-sustaining province here in Snuffleupagus. So that means I can colonize this next, which I probably will. And Choctaw is now a core. Good news. And another agricultural revolution. This one in Alexandria, which brings its base tax up to 15. I assume. Yep. Making it very, very valuable. Alexandria is now the most valuable province in the game because of that. Suma has become self-sustaining, so I'm building a fort here. Yaqui will actually be soon to follow, followed by Miami. So, yeah, it's real good. Alright, since I don't really see any harm in it, I'm actually going to make this a center of trade. The reason why I'm doing that is because, well, it just gives you more colonists. So, yeah, let's enact a land reform here too. What that'll do is, yeah, put a lot of stuff that's over here into it. Now, I don't really care if it's not very valuable. That's fine by me. And I don't care that it takes away from Kutch, but it does give me a benefit for just having a thing over here. So that's great. Now, I might have wanted to make it here, but I didn't. So, whatever. Okay, now they properly trade through South Delta. Not very valuable. I don't care. It's fine. It does give me more colonists. I'm getting almost 2 a year, so that's great. Okay, now that Yaqui is self-sustaining, which I don't think I said anything, but it produces salt, I can build a fort here. Now I'll go back and build what are they called? Temples in all the provinces too later. And now Miami has become self-sustaining. Excellent. And we have another guy to use, and I'm gonna use it in Michigan. We'll see how that turns out without using any things. And while I'm on screen, I'll use a land reform down here. Simple, simple. And South Nubia, which is one of my Australian provinces, has become a core. That leaves just this in Australia to be a core, and that will be cored next year. Now you can see we're down to 14 infamy. This is probably enough to get what we want, but I actually want it to go down maybe all the way. So I'll think about that. But I will definitely get some more into this session somewhere. And we have now converted the heretics over here, so pretty much all of our provinces are Catholic. I think there may be one in Africa that is, yeah, that is Protestant. But everything else is Catholic, as far as I know. I will check that, but I'm pretty sure that's true. Oh, considering what I need to do right now, it is stupid for me not to have done this already. Which is replace this guy with this trade tech guy that I just got. Because trade tech is what I'm kind of focusing on. And, yeah, I did need the stability. Oh, and a couple of things. We've got a colonist to use. We've also got fur in Chinook. And we've discovered Nupi, which is someplace in Africa. I've started building ships over here, just to keep that kind of, keep people aware, to deal with the pirate problem here, so. Yeah, there's that. Okay, now let's use this colonist. Well, where's a colony that's in need of attention? That isn't finished. This one. That'll put that one over the top. And I can build stuff there now. Like a fort, so that it doesn't get captured, but it's unlikely to get captured because of that, so. Yeah. And our production tech is increased, so that's good. And let's see if we get anything from the next level. No? No, we don't. It's not ahead of its time or anything, so I'm just gonna leave it like that for a while. Ah, here's something I have been forgetting to do. Astrakhan is actually Orthodox, so let's try to Catholicize that. And I have to set my treasury a bit higher. Let's see if that'll fix it out. Nope. Wouldn't want to take a loan when I could fix it right here. I don't see why it's not fixing. Oh, because it's less than, yeah. I'll lose more than I'm gonna earn. So that should make it work. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, that fixed it. Okay, we've got the nationalism casus belli against Austria, and what that means is that they've come into possession of one of our cultural provinces. Let's see which one that is. That would be Leans here, which is Irish. What else? Pex is Breton. Norman, those are French. Those don't really concern me. French as well. Celtic. Okay. And that's a broken province that I've never fixed. It's Norwegian and Bavarian. And this has been Bavarian most of the game, so the entire game, I believe. So yeah. We'll see. Okay, we discovered one of these shit provinces in Africa, and we've actually converted Astrakhan to Catholic. So now it's much more valuable to us. I had forgotten that it was. But that and this down here were our only two provinces that weren't Catholic. So that's great. And who says matters of religion don't matter to us? Okay, so we've sent more colonists here. Gonna get another one here soon. So that's good. And I get fish from up here. So that's good. Okay, we've finally converted the Heretics of Massapa, which is our last province that wasn't Catholic, increased our trade tech. And then the next one will be at 75. So yeah, that's fine. We'll still beat our government tech easily. And it's still ahead of its time, so not really worried about that. But just, yeah, plug it away. Oh, and I've got another colonist, which I will spend here. Oops. There we go. Oh my god, a buttload of cores! Zimbabwe, Utebe, Sofala, Barwe, a lot of African provinces. So, yeah. let's look at our diplomacy map mode, is it? Yeah. Two things aren't cores, these aren't cores. Look at that. Beautiful. Now just this crap would stop being uncored. Unfortunately, I haven't gotten a Costas Belli on Portugal yet, so I think I'll actually let it go down to 10 and then see where that gets me. And a self-sustaining colony in Ujiji, so that's great. Oh no! I failed a colony in Michigan. Poop. And the last core in Australia. Awesome news. This one. Yeah, look at that. It's nice and green. And not the bad kind of green. Like this green. Fuck that green. When at first you don't succeed, send more people. Discovered some more stuff in whatever this place is called. South America. Oh, in there. Not doing anything over here. Do something over here. Let's check the far frozen tundra of Lambeau Field or Canada. Now that's not a good idea. That's not a good plan. I just realized that there were dudes up there. Shit. What are they doing? Okay, well, how many guys are up here? 9,000. I need to build a new army. No, not that. 8, 9, 10. I don't know how to deal with it. Nah. It's fine. And we finished Chumash here, so time for a fort. Well, this could alter our plans slightly, or at least delay them a little bit. One of our cloth suppliers have been found to be supplying substandard cloth for our army uniforms. We understand that the troops are not impressed. Damn them. And until May of next year, the morale of our army is minus 0.5. Minus 0.05, excuse me. And Croatia has annexed Serbia, so we might have to kick them in the head again later. Alright, I'm sending another colonist here. We've got fur here. That's great. And now Kochimi is self-sustaining. Good stuff. And another trade tech in the books. Getting closer. Getting closer. Well, I guess second time's the charm. Here's Michigan. Alright, all we're doing now is waiting for our troops to get into place in Neve Mine. So, Maine. However you pronounce that. I don't know. French or Breton names. So, yeah, and then we'll be able to take care of Portugal. Hopefully. I'm going to just have my troops defending here. And if they attack, whatever. I'm not really interested in this crap up here. They can keep that for all I care. What I'm really worried about is the provinces in India, or at least one province in India. If I get one province in India, I will be happy. Because I have to be realistic about this. I'm going to be taking a lot of provinces, so I'm going to be getting a lot of infamy. Doing my gamble with attacking their homeland and all that stuff, so yeah, I got the guns bringing up the rear. Yep. And also, while I have some room to regenerate some diplomats, I'm going to make a ton of generals. Just to, you know, pad things a bit. I can't make my leader a general because it's a woman, and that's not allowed. Yeah, once the guns, heavy guns from Orkney get there, we're gonna get this started. Well, I didn't realize that I was going so badly into debt, and I had to take a loan. Oops, Butterfingers. Let's take care of that right away. Well, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm just not going to spend any of it, because, you know, that actually gives me some leeway to do stuff. Whatever. I don't have to deal with that now. They've shrank yet again and only own 2 provinces now. Let's hope Baluchistan gets greedy and gobbles them up. I've also considered offering an alliance to them, and I'll do it, just, you know, on the off chance that they do. Just to try to get them into the war. They didn't. Okay, whatever. Worth a shot. And the last thing we're going to take care of before we get to the war is building a fort here in Flores, because it becomes self-sustaining. Excellent news. Now these guys are going to get in there pretty soon, then we'll get started.